In 2004, Parker decided to create the Vector XL and the Vector 3-in-1. In 2006, they decided to batch them together to create the IM, which is what I have here. I have 3 examples: a rollerball, 2 fountain pens. This is the Prestige, and this is just a standard. Now, according to parkerpens.net, you can see this, the rollerball, has the longer finial and different clip. The feathers are different. Also, another thing that I was confused at was on the date codes, parkerpens.net, which is a great resource for Parker pens. I use them all the time. The date code for this one is 2006, and these two are 2007. And according to parkerpens.net, the finial did get longer in 2009. So I'm kind of confused by that. I believe all 3 of these were produced in China. Now this one is marked China. The Prestige was exclusively created at their Shanghai factory in China. This one has no markings on it at all, so I'm assuming that all of these were produced at their Shanghai, China factory. Now, both of these pens have stainless steel nibs, and they're both medium. If you can see the M on the bottom of the feed. And then taking a look at the rollerball, they all have a good feel to them, and I will get to the dimensions. Now these two are exactly the same, so just hold this one, post it, and you can see I got the ink on there. But anyway, so both of them and capped are 5 3/8 or 13.65 centimeters. Uncapped, like this, is 4 5/8, and that does include the nib, or 11.75 centimeters. And then posted is coming in at 6 inches or 15.24 centimeters. I hope I've been saying millimeters. I hope I've been saying centimeters. And then the barrel dimension diameter is 11.46 millimeters. And I have been doing this saying that I do not have a scale, and just kind of saying it's kind of heavy or it's light, whatever. What I decided to do was go out and spend $10 on this wonderful scale here. Now the Prestige is coming in at 29.84 grams. Standard black lacquer, 27.36. Now these are metal. This is brass lacquered, and this is just brass plated. And same thing, all of them, they do have a decent feel to them. And if I can get this not to roll off, there we go. Coming in at 33.25 grams. Okay, so I decided to get the scale for that reason, just to give you an idea. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who say that doesn't really mean anything to me unless you're familiar with how grams feel. Oh, I forgot to give the dimensions on the rollerball. Whoops, that's not the rollerball. This is the rollerball. Okay, so capped 5 3/8, same. Uncapped is 4 1/2 or 11.34 centimeters, and then posted it's at 6 1/4 inches or 15.88. Now getting back to the weights, what I decided to do, so that people can get an idea, if you're not familiar with the weights of pens and how they feel, I picked out 2. I picked out just a standard Bic, little disposable pen, because everybody, I would imagine, in the world has come across a Bic or a Papermate or something like that, used at the office, you know, going someplace to the bank, and you know how it feels. Coming in at 5 grams on the nose. The other one I picked was something that I'm sure has sold millions and millions of pens, and that's just the Parker Jotter. So the Parker Jotter comes in at 15.36 grams. That's just a way to kind of think of how something like this would compare to something like this, or the Bic. So, you know, I would imagine people probably, even if you collect pens, probably have a packet of these somewhere around the house. So, and you got an idea of how that feels. So anyway, that is my 3. I don't think I'm missing out on anything. I gave the dimensions. Let's see. I got a little cheat sheet because I'm not going to remember all this stuff, and it really isn't that important. It's more for, you know, information to you guys out there and what these pens are. But they do have a nice feel to them. Oh, here's one thing I want to do. So I cut these up. This is Arches 140 weight, so a cardstock hot pressed paper. And so this one is the now let's do the other fountain. Let's call this one black. I don't know if you can hear that, but this one is scratchy. This is the least impressive, and this one also does have a crack in the cap. So that would be my least favorite of the 3. And of course, I'm sure most of the people that watch these videos prefer the fountain pens over the roller balls and ballpoints anyway. So anyway, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, click like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching, and bye.